Welcome everybody. Barry here with the one and only Mr. Itamar Shafir. How you doing, Itamar?
Hey Barry, hi everybody. Good to be here.
Guys, who is ready? I want to ask just one question before we do get started. Who is ready to help people that need us? Yes, we're going to open up 3 massive income streams. But who's here? And I want to see the heart. Who is ready to literally offer a lifeline and help regular businesses? Itamar used the word, they are starving. I want to see the heart. I want to see the passion. I want to see the excitement. Guys, we are about to do something that I think is unprecedented, something that you probably would have dreamt to be able to do. You know, when others are suffering, we have a way to help them. You know what? We're going to help. And by doing so, it's going to benefit us greatly, but we're going to focus on the H, on helping. If we can do that, then we have every right to be able to benefit. If we can help others to achieve what it is they need to achieve, we have every right to be able to achieve what it is what we want to achieve. All right, this is the time. All right, guys, if you are ready, you have fed the cat, you've done your press-ups, you've done your somersaults, you are ready to focus for 1 straight hour. We are about to transform any business into an e-com business and get them selling on over 2,000 store network with 0 work on your behalf. I want to see the biggest ready you have ever given us in a webinar in the last 12 months. Guys, this is the time. People need our help. We need to focus right now and we need to go for it. All right, I'm waiting for another few hundred ready. It looks like not everyone's ready, so we can take a sip of water till everyone is ready.
Like 9,000
right,
ready.
let's do it. Everyone's ready. All right, so let's go for it right away. Today, guys, we're focusing on optimism. We're about to help. That's the big word today. It's all about help. In fact, because of the situation, no season involved, we've got a once in a lifetime opportunity to help businesses like we've never been able to help them before. We're talking about a hungry, starving audience of businesses who desperately, and that's an understatement, need our help. We're going to discover today 3 main things. We're going to achieve 3 things together. 1, as we're going to show you how we can transform any retail business into a thriving online business without them having to build a store. So none of this wasting time for 2 months building a store and wasting $5,000 without them having to invest in traffic. No need, Mr. or Mrs. Businesswoman, to invest a red cent in traffic without them having to wait for traction. We're talking about overnight traction on 2,000 stores. I know eyes are starting to pop out of their sockets, and this is just the beginning. We're going to get their product selling on over 2,000 stores without them having to close any deals, without them having to pay a penny up front, without them having to recruit affiliates or do any sort of work without lifting a finger. So we're going to get them up into e-commerce. We're going to get them on 2,000 stores. And at the same time, we're going to discover how you can make a lot of money by helping. The focus is on the helping. The money will come. You will not need to sell. You will not need to leave your house. You will not need to leave your home office. You may not even have to leave your room. All you're going to need to do is focus for the next 58.5 minutes. Most importantly, we're talking about making a huge difference to small business lives when they need it most. We're going to do it in a sensitive way that presents us as people who care, not as sellers, but as carers, people that want to make a difference. That heart you see on the right-hand side of the screen is the heart that we need to reveal to millions of businesses who need us right now. Guys, who here is ready to make a difference? Give me a big eye in the chat box if you absolutely feel the pain of businesses. You feel that they are starving. They need our help. If only we could give them a lifeline, give them something that could take them from where they are and be able to make sales and get them online, it would make a difference. I want to see more eyes than on a, think of an animal with lots of eyes, Itamar. I want to see a lot of eyes here. All right, drop some fire. Let's go. Guys, before we show you the solution, you may well fall off your seat. So please make yourselves comfortable, but strap yourselves in. I don't want anyone complaining. This is a forewarning. No one fall off your seat. No one hit the roof. I need you strapped in. Perhaps you just, I don't know what you do, put your arms like underneath you to protect you so you don't fall off your chair. Let's get into this right away. Number one, we all know, I don't need to elaborate upon this. Businesses right now around the world, everywhere, are incapacitated. New York Times says our industry will fail. Retail leaders ask for emergency aid because of you know what. And this is what Make It says from NBC, from stores to Chinatown restaurants. This is how the is affecting small business owners in the US. It's going crazy. Businesses are literally falling to pieces. There's only one major regret. If only you said to a business owner, what is your biggest regret? I noticed from family members that have thriving businesses offline, the one thing they're saying right now is, and the biggest regret they have, why on earth didn't I open up another angle, another revenue stream? Why didn't I have an online business? Why didn't I bring myself online? And if those businesses that do have an online business or do have an e-commerce store, they're asking themselves, why didn't I prepare for a rainy day where I could have had a well-oiled online experience and I could at least survived during these difficult times? Guys, does everyone agree that this is something that business owners are asking themselves, especially when they're seeing so many e-commerce stores that are thriving right now? It is shocking. Those of you that are in our eBus program, such as Gail, I saw you on here right now, Gail. Gail is thriving during what's happening right now. E-commerce stores we have are thriving because we know what they should be selling, okay? That is the biggest issue that small businesses are owning, are feeling right now. It's more, anything you want to add in terms of the small business experience before we get to our solution? We're going to get to it very, very quickly, guys, because there's a very straight path here where we can help and make money in the process. Itamar?
Yeah, I think it's very obvious for businesses, like you said, Barry, sitting at home, because right now, if I'm a business owner, I'm a retailer, I'm a toy store owner, and I close my business, I'm sitting at home and I'm still buying e-commerce. I'm getting my food delivered. I'm buying toys for my kids online, even though I'm a toy store owner. And you know, they feel it, they see it, because we're all at home. You still need to feed yourself. You still need to take care of yourself. You need to engage with, prepare some things for your kids to enjoy. People are still buying clothes online. Some people are buying fitness equipment. So everybody who is in retail sees that, not only because they understand it logically, because they sit at home and buy from e-commerce stores right now in this situation.
Absolutely. Guys, why is going online so important? And by the way, I'm telling you now in advance, every single person that's sitting here right now in this training has the experience and the ability to help these businesses. What you know is literally you're almost like professors compared to the average knowledge of a small business owner when it comes to online marketing. Why is online so important? For several reasons. The biggest rule in business is you should never put all your eggs in a single basket. Offline businesses, unfortunately, are finding out today how when you put everything into one basket, you could be in trouble literally at a blink of an eye. I remember year 2000, when AdWords was going great. Then there was the big crash. These guys built massive companies, had huge assets, but also had a large workforce in order to help them to grow. And suddenly when it crashed, they had literally all their eggs in one basket. They crashed with it and had nothing to replace that income. That's exactly the experience the regular business owners are experiencing right now. The second rule in business that unfortunately businesses have failed in, many of them, 98, 99% of them, is that they did not read the map. Guys, look at those statistics on the right-hand side from the year 2007, going all the way up to last year. And this year we're expecting, especially what's going on, this is going to grow like crazy. The amount of sales that are being generated by e-commerce. Why would they rely on offline retail shops alone when the world is moving online? Look at the growth. It's almost every single year. This year, I think we're going to be nearer to 30, 35%. It's going unbelievably big in e-commerce, whilst offline is fallen to pieces. Even before today, more people are buying online every single year. Right now, it's more than ever. So that's a second mistake that they made. But also, here's a third point as well. And this is what Doug Stevens, the author of Re-Engineering of Retail, The Future of Selling in a Post-Digital World, he says the following in the second paragraph: but online retail won't escape unscathed. For one thing, many luxury players will be the big losers because they haven't fully embraced e-commerce. The biggest mistake even some of the bigger businesses have made is that they did not embrace e-commerce. He who embraced, or he or she who embraced e-commerce, not only is surviving, in many cases today is absolutely thriving because there's no competition. Guys, here's the biggest reason why retail businesses absolutely need to go e-commerce right now. Because when they wake up in the morning, unfortunately, the landscape is going to change. I think we all know that. Not every business is going to survive what's happening right now. Businesses, and I want you to understand, that are able to adapt quickly right now, and you will be able to provide them this lifeline. Businesses that adapt right now and survive through this process won't just survive. They will be in a position to absolutely thrive when they wake up the next morning and everything returns to normal, because many of their competitors won't be there or be hurt to the point that they will have a dramatic advantage. Guys, we laugh to survive, then with joy we thrive. Every business owner that can survive right now has the ability to thrive afterwards when their competition are going to be so hurt during this process. Guys, does everyone understand the importance of why you need to be online, why every business recognizes they should have been there, and whoever is there is to be in an unparalleled positive position compared to where they could have been? Guys, give me a big yes in the chat box if that is making sense to you. I'm going to wait for everyone to respond. I want to make sure you're with me. And I can see there's a couple of people that aren't on the screen right now. Guys, if you can just come back and focus on the screen. All right, everyone's give us the big yes. Everyone gets it. Now, you give me the big yes. And I hope you understand why transforming a retail business into a sales-getting e-tail business would be a game changer for you as well. You are about to be able to offer these businesses a lifeline. Many online businesses are thriving even now. Imagine if you could take offline and convert them online. You'd be providing them with a tactic to survive, be ready to thrive. And even those that got e-commerce sites, they're just not generating enough sales. It's not finely oiled, and you can help them as well. All right, now let's talk about the transition to e-commerce, the issues that are involved, and then the solution. And you will fall off your seat if you're not strapped in. So this is the final warning. Why is transitioning to e-commerce practically impossible for regular offline businesses? Number one, they don't have the money to invest in the transformation. Normally, when we talk about going online, you have to build a store, you have to spend a lot of money on traffic and conversions. You need to get a tech team to get you set up because business owners can't do that themselves, a graphic designer to build your website and your sales pages. There's a ton of work. This can take 6 months, 12 months to build, tens of thousands of dollars. There's not a business, hardly a business in the world that'd be willing and could invest that money today. The second reason is they don't have the expertise or the time, even if they had the money. How do you build out a full e-commerce store that converts? How do you find the right traffic to drive into it? It could take them months. Business will come back before they find a solution for it. For most business owners, the concept is impossible. And that is before we even talk about traffic. We know that there are many businesses that have got an online store because they were told they had to. They felt they had to. But in reality, they have nothing because they don't have the traffic, they don't have the sales, they don't have the conversions, they don't have what it's needed in order for it to replicate or to replace the income that they are losing right now. But what if we could turn the impossible into the possible? What if you could transform any business into an e-commerce business overnight? Get them selling on 2,000 stores instantly. Get them insane amounts of buyer traffic through your network without them having to spend a penny on traffic. Get them the potential for fast breakthrough without them having to invest a penny in technology or store creation. Who here understands that that would be the ultimate game changer? I want in the chat box, possible, Possible. if you think that that could possibly be a game changer, who understands it? Who's got the lights that are firing? Who's sensing the H word? You will be able to help. There are millions and millions of businesses that desperately need our help. If you understand what you said so far, you are literally 2 or 3 minutes away from the solution. I told you today would be a breakthrough. I told you the lights would be burning today. And I told you that we're going to come up with something that will be a game changer for them. And by helping others, it will be a game changer for you as well. All right, let's get into this. It's time to show you a never seen before solution that small businesses literally are desperate for. It's nothing short of genius. Some of you understand what it is already because you're part of this genius network. Some of you don't understand it, but I'm going to put it all together for you right now. It's made up of 2 parts. Part number 1 of those millions of hungry businesses who have products that are in mass demand even now, not just even now, right now. And I'm going to give you examples of products that are selling like hotcakes. And guys, you can think about this yourself, and I'd love to get your feedback. What types of products do you think are selling like hotcakes in digital marketing and e-commerce marketing right now? I want you to think, what is it people stuck in their houses, nothing to do? What is it that they need? These are a couple of businesses that literally are, if they were online, would have products flying off the shelf. Anything to do with computers, lifestyle, fitness, anything to do with kitchen, the home, DIY, homeschooling, millions of more options. Guys, I want to see who else has got some great ideas. Games, yes, let me just read up who's saying what. Well, so let me just open this up for you guys. I want to see some amazing answers. Game, says Carter, beautiful idea. Fitness, says Errors, spot on. Gym stuff, says Wayne, you've got it. Tutoring, says Trevor Eisenman, absolutely. Lifestyle, says Errors, you're on the money here. Food, says Mary, brilliant. Crafts, gardening, toilet paper, says Joel, you've got that. Teaching tools, great. Workout clothes, cooking, food, hand sanitizers. Joel, multi-million-dollar idea right there. Prepping, sanitizer, financial services, homes, business opportunities, books, toys. Derek, you got that. Guys, you've got this. All right. Not all is lost, guys. The opposite. There are massive opportunities. Here's part number 2, guys. Some of you are aware of this, but you were not aware of the gold mine that you are sitting on. The second part of the formula, businesses that need our help, that can sell like crazy if only they're online. The second part of the formula is a network of 2,000 stores that are generating crazy results even now, right now, on eBay. By the way, some of these members, some of these store owners are sitting here right now, and I want to hear from them. I want to hear from Gail. I want to hear from Alan. I want to hear from you guys. You're going to write a comment about this in a second. I want to see it because these guys, I'm going to mention them in just a second. Guys, I'm going to give you some examples of products that are falling off the shelf. People are buying them left, right, and center. Things like dumbbells, right? And the profit margins here for many of our members are getting to 12, 15%. They're doing incredibly well. These types of products that we're looking right now are selling left, right, and center. You can see here, sell after sell after sell, $528. Here are example, guys, of products. Look at this. These are like gloves. I mean, this is no surprise, okay? Latex gloves. This is generated over $475,000 through rate, sell rates of over 19,000%, successful listings, 81%. I mean, is that a surprise to anyone? That gloves have generated nearly $500,000 of sales. How about masks? Guys, over $19,000 in sales in the last little while, 2,468 sell-through rate. This is insane. Here's something else. Someone mentioned toys. Look at that, toys. They need $20,000 sales in the last little while, 940% sell-through rate, over 52% successful listings. This is insane. Now you might think, how about, here's something you might not have thought about. These like plastic window boxes, over $25,000, 569% sell-through rate, 71% successful listings. Guys, are you starting to see a gold mine? I want to see the light. When you've got a light bulb moment, look at these dumbbells selling at $120, $80, $278 a time. Over $22,000 have been sold in the last little while. 504% sell-through rates. We have members that are selling lists like hotcakes. Now, before you fall off your chair completely, look at these deluxe ultra toner kits. Over $101,000 in sales just recently. 8,713% sell-through rate. 81% successful listings. Guys, I am losing my voice. I'm so excited. Look at these numbers. These are happening right now. A survival kit, over $64,000 recently in sales. 2,430% sell-through rate, 78% successful listings. And if you think that it's only survival, then toilet paper and dumbbells, boots. This is ridiculous. People are still going outside. They have to throw the trash can out. $51,000 in sales, 553 sell-through rate, 54% successful listings. That means 1 out of every 2 people that's listening is making sales. This is insane. Now, this is like medical equipment. People that have got labels that they require them for medication, needed more than ever. Over $24,000 in sales, 430% sell-through rates. And we're seeing other things, anything related to computers, humidifiers. This is going bonkers, guys. I want to see a light bulb. If you think that this is insane, anyone that thought that business has come to an end in the last month is wrong. It's come to an end offline. It is literally bringing the house down with our members online. I want to see a light bulb. Who sees this? Who sees the power of this? I was going to wait for everyone's response. And I want to get Itamar, your response.
Barry.
People going absolutely berserk.
Barry, I see that there's a lot going on in chat, but we just got 2 messages. One from Bimini, who writes, I made 2 sales of exercise equipment since the webinar started, the past 20 minutes. And a second one from Gail, I sold 2 exercise equipment items minutes after listing them brand new yesterday.
Guys, these are members. Thank you, Sam. These are our members in our network, have made sales in the last couple of minutes. Guys, if this is, I want to see the light. If you haven't seen the light bulb go off yet, you need to tell me what is it you don't understand. People going absolutely bonkers here, Itamar. Yeah. And our own members on this webinar right now are seeing this with their own very eyes. Itamar, anything that you want to add to this?
The only thing I want to add is I want to emphasize for everybody here on the webinar that the numbers that Barry's showing is from our network. It's from the 2,000 sellers. It's not general numbers that we're taking from across the web about specific categories. Okay, so the potential is huge and it's growing all the time. This is just things that we've been selling in the past few days on our network of the 2,000 stores, and shows the power that anybody that brings in products, there's a little bit of a spoiler here, anybody that brings in products into this catalog of 2,000 stores will get immediate sales. Boom, boom, boom. No matter if it's toys, if it's dumbbells, if it's yoga pants, these 2,000 stores are selling massively nonstop.
And you probably guessed it, guys. Let's talk about why this is the craziest network. People asking, what is this network? Gail, you know what it is. Bronner, you know what this is. This crazy network is our network of our eBay sellers. That's right. Some of you are part of eBuffs, part of eBay. We have over 2,000 people that are within B Global right now through our eBuffs program and outside of eBuffs. It's a crazy network because we control it. Many of our members, listen to this, guys. Many of it's made up of our members. We're adding products into their accounts for them right now in our VIP program. 85% of those members are getting sales within a few weeks. 30% are increasing in sales. Sorry, let me say this again. The average increase in sales is 30% every single month. So that's why they're scaling. And members are crushing sales. So I want you to imagine, you get a local business, you add their products into our system. We've got 2,000 sellers who are going bonkers right now. Some of them cannot even keep up with the amount of sales that are going on. We've got members on this webinar right now that made sales with those dumbbells during the course of the training since I started this training. So you don't need to control anything. You don't need to find these affiliates. They're there. And the beauty of eBay, the way it works, the way that we've integrated with eBay, is that we take products and we add them into the stores. They get sold. You drop ship them to the end person who buys them. This is easy. If you start thinking that is incredible, I want you to tell me in the chat box. I want you to imagine that you're able to get any business's products into this network of 2,000 plus stores. These are not affiliates. You don't need to chase them. You don't need to speak to them. You just need to upload the product of these businesses into our system. We control them. We add those products into our network of sellers, and you get your clients into 2,000 stores on the spot. I want to see the biggest insane in the chat box if you understand the potential. I want you to think about those millions of businesses. You can take their products, get them into a network of 2,000 sellers right in the chat box. Insane if you understand the value of what we are sharing with you right now, why this is a game changer. People are going absolutely berserk here. Insane, says Victor. Mehdi said Nehemiah. T saying insane. Awesome, says Anthony. Okay, you can add practically anything that you want. Anything that you want. Insane, says Wayne, with about 17 exclamation marks. People going bonkers. All right, let's move on. And this is why these stores are doing so well. You're going to meet some of them. Gail, you're here right now on the webinar right now, who's making sales of dumbbells as we speak. The traffic, our members, that are part of this eBus program, this network of 2,000 sellers, traffic is free. So they're just literally, because we're adding the right products into their account, they're generating a ton of traffic. We're generating a ton of traffic for them for nothing. It's eBay's business model, and they're fighting against other platforms. They drive sales into newbie accounts. Even new people joining eBay are making sales, especially when they've got the right products that we're adding in there for them. There's no need to learn traffic to make this work. The key to sales is adding the right products, and we're doing that right now with our VIP program. We're doing that for them. So when we tell you which retail businesses to go after, which are the right types of products, and there are literally tens of types of retail businesses, that if you can get their products into our system, it's almost impossible that we're not going to generate a colossal amount of sales for them. Then if you're adding winning products into the system, we're going to stick that on 2,000 stores that's getting nonstop buyer traffic for nothing, which makes this the craziest network on earth. I don't think there's anything that comes anywhere near the power of this. Just an example, this is our friend Mark. He started off a few months ago. He just recorded a $27,000 month, including a $6,000 deal. If you see there, it's covered over. But he literally closed in the medical realm. Actually, no, this is in the server realm, some parts for servers. He closed a $6,000 deal in a single day of 25 server parts at $240 each. This guy is hitting $27. He started at zero. His background in e-commerce was practically nothing. Step by step, growing 30% every month. Is just an example of a member. Gail, I'd love to remember what your numbers are right now, but I know you're over $10,000 the last time I checked. Their members are doing great. Mark is not alone. This is another one of the stores, 15,086. This is in the last 30 days. It is $16,000. This is Allen, $11,388. This is Cascam, $11,830, $12,011, $116. Guys, these are just examples of stores within our 2,000 store network. From your perspective, you could add products in there and bam, you will be able to generate sales for any business that you work with. Guys, do you think businesses might just flip their lid if they could get 2,000 sellers like these to sell their products without them having to spend a red cent on advertising, on setting up a store, on technology, on graphic designers, and from your perspective, you won't even have to lift a finger? Do you think businesses would jump at this? Of course they would. Who wouldn't? Now, let's get into the process. Guys, and yes, our eBus members are going absolutely bonkers with sales right now. We're seeing amazing returns for many of them, even now, perhaps because of now. But they've been growing literally every month on average 30%, and they barely have to lift a finger to get products into their account. We do that for them. They don't have to drive traffic. We do that for them, or rather eBay does that for them because we've got the right products in there. And you right now have the potential to help every single business out there by getting them into this network. The process, let's talk about the process. People asking, how do I do that? How do I convert a local business into an online business with a snap of the finger. Now, before I show you the process, I want you to understand one thing, that these businesses are ready. They're hungry. You don't need to take any money up front from them. I'm going to show you the 3 income option streams that you're going to open up, but you can get them up there very simply. You're going to get them nice sales immediately right now, but you can make them a ton more sales as well long term. I want you to think not just short term. It's just the short term situation means their ears are pricked, they're open, they are receptive, they want to hear from you. If you can provide them with what they need, they'll work with you, get them into the system, help them make sales, and bang, this is long-term benefit. And I want you to start thinking about if you could grab a percentage on every single sale that is generated from this network, every single one of them from your clients that you're about to add into this network. I want you to think short, but most importantly, medium and long term. This is a real business. The opportunity is now. So let's show you right now the process. It is simple. And Itamar, get ready, because I'm going to ask you just to show people inside how simple this is. But guys, it's a 3-step process. Number 1, you onboard your retail stores. We're going to show you how easy that is in about 30 seconds. You get them their products. By the way, you don't need to do this. We're going to show you how you're going to get them to do it. You won't have to touch this. They're going to get their products in the distribution catalog. Literally, those businesses can do it. It is simple. We provide them with instructions, videos, training. It's very simple. They can do this right now very simply. After it gets into the distribution catalog, bang, we add them to our network of 2,000 hot selling network of stores. That is it, guys. You want to see how easy this is? Literally, you can get a business up. You probably have to hold their hands for 2 or 3 minutes, hand them over the training, which we give to you, to hand over to them. And that is it. You're about to grab a piece of their pie on every sale, not short term, medium and long term as well. Who wants to see it? Give me a big I in the chat box if you want Itamar right now to show you how simple this is. I'm going to wait here for 998 because I'm feeling very charitable. 998 eyes. Show me the money, says Joseph. All right, Itamar. Brett, if you can head over to Itamar.
Thank you, Barry. Thank you. Brett, if you can, yeah, thank you. Okay, guys, so the way it works is very simple. You basically onboard retailers and suppliers. We're going to show you exactly how to do that. It's very simple. And you also provide them with a little course, videos we already prepared for you that you were going to give them to show them exactly how to add products to our database. And in that database, we have a distribution catalog via which we can push our products to 2,000 stores on our network. And we're not talking about just affiliates that can pick and choose if they want a specific product. We're also talking about most of these stores we actually add products into on a managed basis. So we can actually take one product and decide, okay, we're pushing it to 2,000 stores, which is exactly what we're going to do for your clients. So let's take a look for a second how that looks live. This is the actual distribution catalog. As you can see, there are a lot of different sections in this catalog, and in these sections you have subsections and more products and so forth. Okay, now once your retailer add a product here, from here we can automatically push it to our network of stores. Stores, for example, like one of our members, Ellen, that is doing nicely, sold $15,000, $16,000.
Just to be clear, Itamar, that's nearly $16,000 in the last 30 days alone.
And here you can see some of the products that he's selling, okay, as examples, right? Let's look at the sold column, and he has a lot of products, thousands of products, and from each one he's selling just a little bit. But we have 2,000 of these types of stores. So let's take an example of a product that we have on the catalog. I'm going to take the product that goes very nicely now, that is called a Zebra Healthcare Monochrome 203. It's basically a printer. Because of the healthcare situation, a lot of healthcare supplies are missing. It's basically a printer for labels that you add to different things, like for example around medicine that you pick up in the pharmacy. And this is being sold right now. It's $203, and we are just basically taking this product and can push it into Alan's store. So let's open that product here for a second. And here you see it. This is the Zebra Z4 that he's basically selling right now. And you can see it for $256 on eBay. So the cool thing about this is, he's making a nice margin. It's more than 20% margin, which is very nice for e-commerce. And we can take this, and because it also exists on the catalog, we can just take that and push it across 2,000 stores every time you bring in one of your retailer's products. Let's take another example of a good product that we have. It's one of the leading categories is a category called hobbies, and in that category you can find a lot of different products. People collect coins, people collect stamps, people collect a ton of things, and people collect sports memorabilia. So a product that we take and we push to Alan's store. This is again a product from Alan's store that we see here, right? That is sold, and here we can see it again. So I think now it's easy for you to understand how when a retailer or supplier that you bring in uploads a product here, it's getting distributed into stores like Alan's. From there, people buy it on eBay. Now multiply this by 2,000, and you can see how very fast you can get great successes for a lot of these stores that right now would be happy in selling one product a day even, I imagine, because they're shut down. And selling an additional 30, 50, 60, 100 a month would be amazing for them. And obviously you're making a margin on everyone and also getting a retainer.
Amazing, amazing. Itamar, people are, guys, isn't it just absolutely simple? Just very, very simple. And I can see guys, a couple of questions. Not sure, Itamar, you've been able to read those questions that are coming in right now, but anything you want to add to what you just shared with everyone?
Yeah, a few things I want to say, not just about the questions. Guys, first and foremost, you need to focus on the fact that we're doing this, helping retailers become suppliers, right? We're not building their store. We're making life much easier for them. We're not telling them, hey, we're going to build your store, then build your marketing, then you're going to sell your products online. No, we're telling them, look, you have a shut down store, or even if it wasn't shut down, you're doing your own thing. Now we're creating another distribution channel for you online. All we need you is to upload an Excel with updated inventory every day to our catalog. And from our catalog, the catalog that we manage, we're going to push these products to 2,000 stores. We're going to get you sales every day. It's as easiest as it could be. Now, people are asking, who's going to update the Excel? Who's going to do that job? The retailer is going to do that. That's the only thing the retailer is going to learn. They need to know how to update the inventory Excel on our system. Some members have suggested, can we do that? Yes, you can definitely do that for them. But if you do that for them, you definitely need to charge more for that. If you don't do that for them, it's the easiest way because we give you a course to give them, which is just an hour and a half. And basically, you teach them exactly how to upload the sheet every day, how to update their inventory, and boom, their catalog's there, they're making sales. And we also teach them how to do the shipment, do work with USPS and everything else. So all you do is basically become a super distributor, having retailers under you, charging them monthly fees and commissions. We're going to get into that. But basically, you're not doing anything. You're not managing the products for them. You're not doing advertising for them. You're not building an e-commerce store for them. Obviously, you can also do those things if you want to make more money and that's what you want to do, but you don't have to. So that's a very important point I wanted to make because some of the questions I see here.
Absolutely. Guys, we're going to show you what are the key businesses to go after. The great products that we recommend you add in, that they should add into the distribution catalog. It is simple. We gave you examples of about 15, 20 products that are selling like hotcakes. We've got hundreds more just like that in all kinds of different industries. And as Itamar just mentioned, even better, you don't need to handle this part. You don't need to worry about the inventory. It's all drop ships. You don't need to worry about taking inventory from their business and then sending it. No, it's all drop ship. People make sales, send it over to them. We show you the process. It is very, very simple. Guys, imagine being able to get any business into our eBay network, have their products sold by 2,000 of our members without having to pay a penny on traffic, set up a store, or any technology. Pretty mind-boggling. Now, guys, this is super lucrative right now, but I want you to think about this medium and long term as well, because you can have a lot of businesses. They are ready. They are receptive. The present situation is just a wake-up call for their future. They know they have to come online. Businesses will never forget the experience that they've gone through right now. They now know they have to take their businesses online and turn them e-com and diversify their income. You can do it without lifting a finger. And you're about to benefit in 3 major ways, 3 major paydays. I want you to understand this because this is going to be super lucrative for you whilst we're helping a lot of businesses. Number 1, you should be charging businesses a monthly retainer for your invaluable service. Think about it. You're getting them overnight transformation into the e-com business. You're putting them in front of a network of 2,000 sellers. This is unheard of. I know when I brought in an affiliate manager and I started off and said, I can get you in front of 100, 200 affiliates, I was willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars. Unlike that, you're sticking their products on 2,000 seller sites, offering them a lifeline where they need it most. And if you go after the right businesses that we've already given you some examples of them, they have the potential to thrive even now. So your value is invaluable. Your value to them is invaluable. This is what we recommend you do. Okay, you could offer them 30 days right now without a retainer, just that you show them that you understand that the difficulties they may be in, and wait for the sale to come in, wait for them to be added into our network of 2,000 sellers. Let them see the value of this. After 30 days, you can give them a reduced rate. We recommend, even right now, $200 to $500 a month in retainer, plus commissions, which we're going to share with you later on as well. Big sellers that have got lots of products, you can charge $500 plus. Okay, that is just the reality. We recommend give them 30 days on without a retainer, just to get them inside, show them that you care, show them that you're going to reduce their rates to $200 to $500 based on the size, the amount of products that they have. So after the 30 days, so that they understand that you care and you're going to do something special, and that rate is going to rise once the world gets back to normal. But that's not just the first payday for you. The second one, commissions on every sale. Now you should be, every single one of you should be taking commission on every single sale that is generated by our network. Percentages, of course, would depend on the nature of the business that you're working with, their profit margins, but that is an obvious thing that you're going to want to do. Absolutely. Think about 2,000 sellers selling those products for you. Every single sale, you should be taking a percentage. That is huge because this is recurring income. This is ongoing passive income. All you had to do was get them into the system. That is it. So you're not just getting a retainer every month. You're going to get a commission on every sale. And I want you to think beyond that. Once you do that, you have them successful. After everything returns to normal, there's so many more things that you could sell them on afterwards. We don't need to go into those details right now, but anyone here that understands the value of providing a service and getting people results, especially when the chips are down, you will be unforgettable. The door will be open for you to sell more and more and more. Guys, give me a big wow in the chat box. If you like the thought of this, you can make money on every single sale that's generated. You can collect a monthly retainer, even if you decide to be really nice and charitable and do it free for 30 days and then moving takes $200, $300, $400, $500 a month. It should be a lot more, and it will be once things return to normal. You have upside opportunities like there's no tomorrow, and there is zero work on your end. Zero, not even onboarding. Literally, you're just going to hold their hands, get them into the system, provide them with the training. We give you the packet that you give to them, and that is it. All right, people are going absolutely crazy. As we mentioned, you won't have to handle inventory or uploading to the system for them. We provide a retailer for you. We give you a packet to give them, a retail to e-tail package. That's what we're going to provide you with, that you're going to hand over to your retail company. The package includes simple training on how to update products, how to track orders, how to get paid. You do a bit of hand holding just to hand them the packet, show them the system, literally 5-10 minutes, and you are done. You get retainer, you get a commission on every single sale. The opportunity here is obscene. And guys, without any doubt, I think everyone knows this. Now, not tomorrow, not yesterday, right now is the time to do this. As online marketers, we've never been in such demand. You're in the right place at the right time. People who once thought that we were crazy, all those people around us, when we spoke to them about the importance of online, they thought we were crazy. Ha, I've got my offline job. Now, who's the crazy one? We are the normal, okay? You've got something that everyone needs. Now everybody, every business wishes they had the knowledge that every single one of you got on this call right now. And you have the network that these businesses could only ever have dreamed of. They don't have it. They don't have it. Who's ready to help businesses and set themselves up for 3 major paydays even now? Give me a big now in the chat box if you want to open up 3 major paydays right now. I'm going to wait for 998 yeses and then, or nows, and then we've got something insane for you. I'm going to wait 10 seconds, see who, all the nows.
A lot of nows.
People going absolutely bonkers, guys. We're going to do something very special for you. Welcome on behalf of Itamar and myself to ESPN, E-Sales Power Network. Remember that. There's nothing on ESPN right now, but this is the ESPN that is working right now. Transform any retail business into a selling e-tail business. Remember, ESPN, E-Sales Power Network. You're getting access to the portal to add businesses into our network of 2,000 sellers that are ready to pump sales for you. A to Z marketing training on connecting with retailers and suppliers and getting deals done fast right now without sending. Client getting lead generation system. We're going to show that to you in just a minute. Provide A to Z e-tailing packages to retailers. It's simple. You hand it over to them. You won't have to lift a finger when it comes to taking care of the sales or taking care of the inventory. Marketing collateral, agreements ready to go. So you literally can do this literally right now. Plus bonuses, where to find endless amounts of desperate businesses and how to close them without selling. This is the ultimate ESPN network around today. And this is for you to get your hands on. You're going to be able to add 2 businesses for free into our system, and then additional businesses. Instead of $97 a month per business, it's $97 a year. So you literally could get business after business after business. Of course, you can charge them that as part of your fees. Guys, you literally have the opportunity to throw as many businesses as you want into our network, right? And I want to let you know that the amount of work from our perspective, what we need to do with our network to get them up in terms of making sure that everything's working is colossal. We spoke about $1,000 to do that per business. You're going to do this. Oh, you're going to get 2 for free, and you're going to be able to get every new business into our system for one time a year fee of $97 instead of $1,200 nearly for the entire year. So just $97 instead of $1,200. 2,000 sellers ready to pump sales for you. We will add those products to the ESPN system for you. 2,000 stores will be selling the products. No need to reach out to affiliates to spend money on traffic. It's a win-win between you and our eBus members who are going to sell like crazy thanks to you. So that big thank you from our eBus members who are going to get crazy products. We're going to tell you what products to go after. We know what's selling like crazy. We know the types of businesses that are selling like crazy, that could be selling their products like crazy. We show you step by step who to go after. We then take over and make sure that the sales, that the products are added to 2,000 stores. You're getting access to A to Z training in your portal, the very best business to go after, who will die for this, not just because they're desperate, but because they know that their products should be online, how to reach them in their masses, manual automated list building and emailing, how to bring them on board without selling, and full support to help you every single step of the way. No one left behind. We're here to help, and we're here to make a difference. You're getting access to the client getting lead generation system that does the selling for you. This is your own lead generation system. So if you want to start reaching out to businesses online, on email, we show you how to find them for free. You'll be able to attract businesses without having to even speak to them if you don't want to, making a no-brainer offer. It's like, get involved with this, guys. It's like, this is a lifeline for these businesses. Client setup mini course. This is the packet that you're going to be able to give. It's a mega bonus that you'll be able to give away to any business that you work with. It's full and simple training that you're going to provide your clients so they can add their products and track their inventory easier. Removes the setup stage from you. So you literally are doing nothing other than handing the equivalent of candy to children, giving businesses who are dying desperate right now, giving them the opportunity to make sales online is a lifeline. We're there to help. This is like a once in a lifetime opportunity to help and make a difference. Your focus is just to bring them into the network and collect 3 streams of income. Remember, number 1, a retainer. Number 2, commissions on every sale. And number 3, the opportunities for upselling afterwards once you start making them sales. So you literally have nearly $16,500 of value, the portal to our business into our network, 2,000 sellers ready to pump sales for you, A to Z training, client getting generation system, mega bonus client setup packet that you give away to your members, to your clients. You don't then need to lift a finger. Guys, this is crazy. We're doing something very, very special for you. And the time is now. We've got 75 members only. And right now, that is limited. You have 2 options. You can join for just $197 today. This is literally, we need to set up 2 stores. That alone for each store is a fortune to set up. You're getting access to 2 stores for nothing and just $97 a month afterwards. Or if you want to go for a full year, just $997, saving you several hundreds of dollars. The options are yours. The link is here, guys. It is grabespn.com. Grabespn.com. It is now 75 spots are going to be swallowed up. I can see people going absolutely crazy. People asking for the buy now button. They want to join. They've been asking for the last 20 or 30 minutes. It is now or never. We're going to answer your questions, but guys, I'm warning you, it is now or never. Grab it right away. Grab ESPN. You can join, save yourself several hundreds of dollars by joining at just $997. If you prefer, and it's easier for you, $197 today. That is it. We made it very simple. There is a fortune in investment that we need to put into getting those 2 stores you bring on, the initial 2 stores. And remember, you'll be able to add as many stores as you like. And for each new store that you add into the system, that's going to be selling on 2,000, network of 2,000 stores. You're only going to pay one time $97 per store instead of $1,000 a store, $1,200 rather, $97 a month. It's just $97 a year. That's for 75 members only. This is already going crazy. Link is not working. We've got a problem here with the link. Try without the grab, without the www. Sam, if you can provide, please, the direct link. I can see that some people are getting in. Some people are having a problem. I can see that it's working for me, that some people are experiencing an issue. Let me see right now if it's gone down. It could be just had so many people attacking this at the same time. Just do grab ESPN without the www, and you should be safe. People I can see are already over there. They are going bonkers. We're going to answer your questions. But before we do, Itamar, what are your comments? And I can see people are joining left, right, and center. As soon as you join, guys, that's a typo. Where's the typo? Gravity, I don't see the typo here. Maybe there's a typo somewhere. Grab ESPN. Anyway, yeah, I can see that people are able to join. So I'm not sure where exactly what the issue is, but it looks like everyone seems to be able to get in. All right. Yeah. Wow. People going crazy. I need your names as soon as you do join. Let me know in the chat box. Itamar, your comments.
Yeah, Barry, I'm seeing a few questions that have been coming again and again. First of all, guys, you need to understand what you're onboarding. You don't need to think of them as people you're building an e-commerce store and doing marketing for, even though that's your usual mindset. You're building a cluster of suppliers. Each retail is a supplier. So let's say you're looking at a store and they have 500 items, and each item they carry has an average value of $40. Okay, that means they have a total sale value of $20,000. That's what you're onboarding on the platform. Obviously, as soon as those 500 items run out, they can replenish them again and again because you're getting them at a lot of sales. So it's not just 500; it's an initial 500. It's what they have in their inventory right now. So that's the way you should look at them. You should look at them as every person that every supplier that you add a supplier that is worth thousands or tens of thousands into the platform, and all these products are going to be sold out by the 2000 e-commerce network. Now, one of the members asked me, hey, you know, how come they can't build their own eBay store? Now, putting aside the fact that they need to learn how to do eBay, and you need to learn how to do eBay as a seller, and there is a lot to go through to be a good seller, they don't have access to 2,000 stores who are going to sell them in a day. Just so you understand, between the mini course that you're going to provide them and the fact that we have 2,000 stores, between the time they sign with you and the time they can actually sell, it could be literally just a few days if they do their job right. So that's something very important. Another very important thing, a few people ask me about clients.
Extra thing, just people are just checking out. Tom Nims, you're in your save. Trevor Eisenberg, you're in your save. Joel Maroney, you're ESPN Platinum. You are safe. Deb Collins, you're in. You've made it in. Walter W, ESPN Platinum, you're in and you are safe. And literally, we have crashed the server. People going crazy here. Guys, I need more names. As soon as you join, let me know in the chat box. Tomorrow, your sentence. Yes, Ed Forteau, you're in. You are safe. Mary Abel, our close friend from Washington, you're in. You are safe. You are part of the ESPN network. Itamar, I'm sorry, you're mid-sentence.
No worries. So, guys, just so you see also, people are asking me about the margins. They said, okay, if a seller has 15% margins, where are we making our money on? So in this system, again, the supplier, when the supplier, your client, is uploading their products, they already have a 20% margin, 15 to 20% margin in those numbers. The eBay seller adds 20%, 15 to 20% on top of that. So they have their 20% margin secure. You're making your money on them. So let's say, for example, they're adding 20%, they have 20% margin as part of their wholesale price, and you're taking 5%. That means you're taking 25% of their profit, which is a big chunk. So you'll be making between 25% to 50% of the profit of the supplier that you onboard. In addition, we think it's very important that you also have a retainer because you're doing a huge promotion for them. You're taking them on to be sold on 2,000 stores that you're going to say, and you'll be right, that you manage. You manage a big chunk of the catalog of those 2,000 stores. So you're not promising them some, marketing effort of best efforts. You're saying, hey, I'm going to take your products and I'm going to actually promote them. They're going to be on the catalog of 2,000 stores on eBay. Some of them, like Barry said, a lot of them are our members. Some of them are not our members, but they're still carrying the same product from the catalog. So that's a huge thing, and you need to charge at least the $100 to $200, even for the smallest shop for that, putting aside the 30-day free trial. And this is why we also took the price down. If you can see, this is a huge program. It's not a $997. It's much more because it's a huge endeavor, and we're using our own assets that are very expensive, our 2,000 network community. We took the price down to $197 one time for the first month, then $97 a month. That's it. That's what it cost you, because we knew that if you're going to onboard one supplier, you're covering and making profit on the program day one. And that's something that is very important right now. It's always important.
I'm saying, and just to reiterate, by the way, Charles Miller, you're in and you're safe. Christian Ermich, you're in and you're safe. Peter Lorenzo, you're in as well. You are safe. Mary Baum, you're in and safe. 2 Marys have joined already. This is getting exciting. Lots of people are joining. I need your names in the chat box. Itamar, let's just talk again about the revenue streams, the potential here. You mentioned one of them. I just want to repeat, you mentioned both. I just want to go with it one more time because I still see there's some people that don't quite understand it. Yes, Anita Gerhardt, our close friend, you're in and you are safe as well. I do see you now. You're in and you are safe. 2 things here. Number one, you mentioned about the monthly retainer. That's a given. Guys, the monthly retainer, when Itamar says you should be taking a few $100s a month, that's now under present conditions. I recommend you give them 30 days for free, get them into the system. And after 30 days, you can charge them $200, $300, $400, $500 a month. But guys, think about this. This is short term, right? The world will go back to normal. At that stage, you literally have got a bunch of clients. Everyone right now has the ability to grab their 10, 15, 20 clients. Everyone's got the capability of doing that. Why? Because in the past, if we think about it, Itamar, if you wanted to go up to business, you'd have to be so razor targeted, and you'd have an ear that might be willing to listen. Most ears aren't willing to listen. Today, that's not the situation. You literally have an open door to help as many businesses as you want. It's like the gold rush. The opportunity is to grab as many businesses as possible. The more you do that, you literally are setting yourself, think about the medium and long-term benefits on top of that. Think about imagine having 10, 15, 20, 30 businesses under you. Every sale generated by e-commerce, you're getting a piece of that pie plus a monthly retainer. I'm telling you, you have the capabilities with 5 to 10 businesses. You could be making yourself a very nice monthly bit from retainers and also from every sale that is generated. Richard Wilson, you're in, you are safe. Paul Ethelbert, you made it in, you are safe. Mary, you're in. Mehdi, our close friend, I loved your comments in our last training last week. You're in, my friend Mehdi, and you are safe. A ton more people are joining. I need more names. I need the names in the chat box. Marjorie, I see you now. Marjorie Alon, you're in and you are safe. Welcome on board, my friend. You are part of ESPN. This is the only ESPN that is fully functional right now, right? The other ESPN, no sport is happening right now, but this one is happening, and it is happening right now, and it is exciting. Itamar, lots more questions coming in. It's stuck for me, but I can see that the chat is moving. So if you want to grab the questions, guys, again, as soon as you join, let me know in the chat box. Itamar, back to you. Itamar looks like he's fallen off his chair, unfortunately. Itamar, if you can unmute yourself.
No, I'm here. Yeah, I was on mute. I was answering some people. So we have some questions about, how exactly.
I've got a question.
Go ahead.
Sorry. There's a very important question coming in. People are asking, I also want to be part of the network. Guys, we're pretty much closing off that network internally, but we are opening up a few spots. For those who join right now, you have the ability also to join the eBus network as well. If you're interested in that, you can also reach out to Sam as well and just say Sam and talk about that. And Sam will help you as well in that direction. Limited spots for that. We've got to be careful with that network. We don't want to have too many people in it. Sorry, back to you, Itamar. Apologize.
Yeah, so it actually goes to what you were saying. You were talking from the eBus, from the seller perspective. Mahedi, for example, asked me and a few others, can we also onboard ourselves as a supplier? So you have people here, people and their clients that are already doing some online promotion. They're already doing some e-commerce. Some of them have Shopify stores. Some of them have their own, storefront online that is not doing very well. Can they also become suppliers on our network? And the answer is, of course. Guys, if you're doing e-commerce right now and you want an extra push from 2,000 stores, join. It's perfect for you. If you have a client that is a retailer and is doing some e-com or not doing e-com, obviously, add them as a supplier. Immediately, it will get them a huge push in sales. So that's very, very important. It's something which you should do right away. Yeah.
Sam, I can see a load of people. There's some issues that people can't see the payment option of the $197 and $97 a month. If you can just put into the chat box, Sam, the direct link to the $197.97 a month for those who want it. All I can say is that this is flying off the shelf. Guys, if you want to be part of this, please let me know in the chat box. I can see it every time I refresh, another load of people are joining. I just need to do me a favor and give us your name as soon as you join. Sorry, Itamar.
Yeah, so I want to make some, I think there are many questions about the pricing and how do you price. People are asking how much margins are we making. For example, Larry's asking how much margins are we making on a $100 product. So Larry, first off, it's completely up to you. We're not scheduling the commission that you take or the amount of retainer that you can take. You can take 0 retainer and 10% commission. You can take 5% commission and $200 a month. It's 100% flexible, and it's up to you. Or if you want, you could just onboard a supplier for free. There is no charge for you because you have 2 free suppliers that you can onboard. Our suggestion is that you take 5% from the sale, which is if you sell for example, if the product sells $100, you make $5. Okay? It's, excuse me, not from the sale, from the wholesale price. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. From the wholesale price, you are promoting the supplier. So the supplier, it's two layers. The supplier provides wholesale prices into the system that already include their margin. For example, they upload a Lego toy to the system for $50. That's the price they want on the Lego toy. The seller then comes in and adds their own 15% and sells that toy for $65. Okay?
$57.50.
$57. Thank you, Barry. Thank you. So he adds 15%, makes 50, and takes it to $57.50. So when the sale is made, the seller makes $7.50, and the supplier makes $50. From those $50, he has a margin of about 20%, which is $10. You're going to take from that $10 25% to 50%, i.e. between $5 to $10. I know it's a little bit of a convoluted explanation. In the training, it's much easier for me to show it because I can show it graphically, but there is a wholesale price that you make margins on, and there is a retail price that you make margins on, and you're working with the supplier. So you're making margins on the wholesale price.
And the thoughts of having 2,000 sellers, right? That if we're grabbing those products, the potential here for every single store. And here's the key, Tamar, is finding the right types of retails. There's things that are working like gangbusters right now. We spoke about fitness. We spoke about well-being. We spoke about many different types of products that are working incredibly well. Anything to do with DIY, hammers, right? The DIY shops, literally, these are things that people desperately need. Right? They're in their houses. They need to fix things right now. The opportunities are beyond. And all you need to use is a little bit of your imagination of the types of businesses that are literally going to flourish like crazy. Now, if you have any issues with lead generation, you don't have access to businesses, don't worry about it because we have that also covered for you. If you want to be part of the eBus network, you have the ability to be part of the eBus network. We've got that covered for you as well once you join. Robert Seaboard, you're in yourself. You're in and you are safe. Jenna Dar Barnett, you have made it in. You are part of the ESPN team. You are safe. Every time I refresh, I see more people that are joining. Loads of questions are coming in. Itamar, again, it's a little bit stuck for me. So if you can handle the questions, I can see people are reaching out to me elsewhere. I can see some emails coming in. Sam's contacting me. Do me a favor, Itamar, if you could just run through the questions, and I'm trying to unstick my questions tab.
So I see some questions. For example, AA is asking, what if people don't have products? Where do they get products to sell? So AA, in this program, right, you're not becoming an e-commerce seller. You're becoming a distributor. You're onboarding suppliers that already have products. You're going after, for example, the toy store that is closed right now. You're going after the little fitness store. You're going after basically any type of store, including existing suppliers, including existing potential small e-commerce stores that you can onboard to our network. And there in our 2,000 stores are going to sell those products. So you're going after companies with products, so you don't have to worry about them not having products. If you're thinking for yourself, well, I want to become a seller on eBay and I don't have products, then you can join eBus and become one of the 2,000 sellers that we have on the network, and then we take care of products for you. We have 1 million products that we upload to your system all the time that you can make sales all the time. So I hope that answers the question from both angles. So guys, I see some people want to see the website that we provide you. Guys, do you want to see the website we provide you? Okay, cool. I'm putting in the chat box so you can take a look at it. And guys, this site, like every site that we give you, is built on Mono Solutions, so it's 100% customizable. Add your own logo, change the text. If you're a UPA member or have different or have one of our products already and want to add this site to your existing site, we can do that for you. You don't have to get the site from scratch. So that site, it should make it very simple for you to kind of describe the value proposition to any type of supplier, any type of retailer.
Blaine Thompson, you're in and you're safe. I don't know what your full name is, but A is in and is safe. Tony Arnold, you're in as well. You are safe. Tracy DePolo, I see you now in and you are safe as well. Oh my goodness, every time I refresh, I see more and more people joining, guys. This is going super, super fast. People saying it's not the right URL. People having a problem seeing it. Can you just double check the URL?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's working.
And meanwhile, Keith Henry, you're in as well. You're safe. Shirley Ojo, our close friend, you're in and you are safe. You are safe as well. Oh my goodness, this is going absolutely crazy. Yeah, it's working. Guys, just again, the links you need to go to. You know what, guys? If someone's having a problem joining, I'm going to do something. Here you go. Here's something. Here's another link for you. I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully, you'll be able to see my screen. Let me make it a little bit bigger. You can see, guys, here are the links again. Grab ESPN, G-R-A-B, ESPN.com, and save ESPN.com. If you're having a problem, you need to speak to a spouse. You need to speak to us. You need to think about it. For whatever reason, unless, by the way, just let you know that this is flying off the shelves. I'm not sure how many spots will be left. It is save ESPN, save ESPN. And here's the thing, guys. People are asking, why are we restricting this to 75 members? The fact is that we said two things. Number one, your first 2 clients is on the house. That is a humongous expense for us to unload a new supplier into our system. It is a huge expense. You're getting your first 2 completely for free. After that, you can upload onto the system as many as you want as a one-time payment per store of $97 a year instead of $97 a month. And we are aware that this is going to go crazy. We cannot have, because our team just won't be able to take it, having too many people onto the system at this time. We have to restrict these numbers. These are real numbers. Our team at BG that are helping us with the uploading, the onboarding rather of these businesses have told us this is their limit. So it will go. When it goes, it goes. There's only 75 people that will be able to be part of this ESPN local network. You have 75 spots and they are going fast. So if you want to be part of this, it is now or never. If you got a question, you're not sure, again, continue asking your questions. Itamar's here, resolving any question that you might have. Itamar, again, is getting a little bit stuck for me. Let me know. There are questions coming in. If you can answer those, I appreciate it. If you can unmute yourself. I can say again, more people join before you do.
I'm not muted.
Paul Bassetio, you're in and you are safe. Our close friend, our long-term friend, John Young. You made it in, John. You are safe as well. Welcome on board. Wow, this is going crazy.
Yeah, I think I heard Sam wants to say something.
Yeah, there. Some members are still a little bit confused about how the pricing works. If they're charging each store $997 a month, they want to just understand. If you can please explain that one more time.
Sure, the pricing, how much we're charging the stores. You know what, Barry? Can I take the screen for a second?
Absolutely. Feel free.
Yeah. Okay. So, Brett, can you hand over the screen to me? Just see. Maybe I can take it. Yeah, I'll take it myself. Oh, here we go. Can you see my screen, guys?
Now we can, yes.
Okay. And by the way, this is also covered in the training. So there are 2 things here. First off, you need to understand how margins work for suppliers. Okay. And maybe I can also draw you a picture that you can see how it looks like. First thing is you have the wholesale price. For some reason, something's not working. It's working now. So you have the wholesale price. The wholesale price is basically the price of the person that you bring on, the retailer. Okay, let's say they want, for the Lego, they want $40. Okay, that's what they want. That's the wholesale price. This is not the price that is going to be on the shelf for the customer. It's the cost plus usually 10 to 20%. Their cost plus usually 10 to 20%. That's the $40 of the wholesaler. On top of that, Once that wholesaler takes that Lego and adds it, there is the eBay ESPN seller that adds usually, again, about 15% that takes it up to $57.50, Baruch told me. Okay? And this is the retail price. This is the retail price that basically, something better. Okay, this is the retail price that the client will see. Now, when the sale is made and somebody buys that Lego for $57.50, the seller takes the 50%. The retailer, your client, now wholesale provider, now supplier, is making $40. His $40 already includes a margin of 20%. How much is 20% from 40? It's $8. Okay? So from that $8, from those $8, $8 profit, you're going to make your margins. Okay? And the margin is going to be, this is what we recommend, and it's up to you. We recommend you take 5% from the price, 5% from here. So the margin would be, your margins would be between 25% to 50% from the profit. So between $2 to $4 for this Lego. Okay? So let's imagine this wholesaler has 500 units of Lego to sell a month. Okay? 500 units of Lego to sell every month. Then it's 500, right? Times $40, let's say on average, which give us $20,000. And from those $20,000, you're making 5%. So you're taking $1,000 home, doing nothing. Nothing. Now, what if you add somebody who has 1,000, 20,000, or 40,000 products, like the big suppliers we have? Obviously, that's a different game altogether. Now, in addition to that, you need to make for $500 for 500 items at least $200. Now, again, you decide. This program is completely flexible because you have a free account now. You have 2 free accounts that you can add a supplier into the system. You can basically give it to your friends and family for free if you want to. It's your prerogative. But we recommend that for up to 75 items, you charge $97 a month. For up to 500, you charge $197. For up to 1,500, you charge $500, and above 5,000, and above, up to 5,715, above 5,000, you need to get to some sort of agreement with the supplier. Okay? Because it's a lot of products, it's a lot of time for our team as well, and they would have no problem paying you a bit more. But the fact is that the more products your supplier has, you're going to make more money anyways, because we saw what happens when you have 500 products on $40 on average wholesale price. You're making $1,000 a month. Now, if you bring somebody with 5,000 products, it's $5,000 a month, and it is linear. It's not like they're going to have a sale here and there. They're going to have a lot of sales, unless they're completely non-competitive and on purpose, they're trying to charge much more, and they rather have less sales with higher margins. And that sometimes works. But obviously, your job when you onboard them and you give them our course is also to tell them, like I marked here for you in yellow, that the best thing to do is do a little bit of a 10-minute research on eBay, see the prices these Legos are selling for now, and you need to sell around those prices, especially when it's commodities like Lego. If it's something not a commodity, for example, low-cost jewelry, you can put basically what any price you want on it because people buy the design. You have no idea if this ring is worth $15 or $25, right? It's not a commodity. You have nothing to compare it with. It's a one-time design, unless you have exactly the same design for $15. But for commodity products, those machines that you saw, the dumbbells, the Legos, you want to be around that price unless you have a high-end brand, and then you can sell for higher. It's fine. The different brand, different price. But if it's around the same type of brand, around the same type of product, you want to be around those numbers that they see on eBay. Once you give them the course and you give them the initial instruction, it's all the work is up to them. Can you make more money helping them promoting those products in other ways, like advertising? Yes. Can you make more money helping them add these products to the Excel all the time and updating for them and doing some work yourself, or hiring a VA to do it for them, and then, you know, charging 50% on top of that VA, or 100% on top of that VA, and managing that for them, the inventory for $500, $1,000 a month? You can. What I'm saying is, what's wonderful about the system, it's very flexible for you, because the income streams are immense, the opportunity is immense, and your cost is zero. Like, there is no cost for you for onboarding the supplier. So even if they pay you $1 a month, you're in $1 profit. And every other buck that you're taking from them is obviously more and more profit to you. We're taking nothing from that. So that's, you know, I hope it's clearer now, Sam. If there are still questions, obviously we have video training. We're going to have some live training, and we'll make sure nobody's behind.
People still asking for the links. Brett, if you can hand it back to me, I'd appreciate it. Again, guys, the links are Grab ESPN, Save ESPN. If Brett, if you can hand me the screen. I'm not sure you can hear me. Maybe let me just get the screen back myself. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. I know who I am. I'm going to make myself a presenter. How control freaky that is. And I've taken control of the screen. It's now mine. There you go, guys. Grab ESPN, Save ESPN. We're going to answer more questions. And people asking, just a little bit confused. You explain the numbers in terms of, you know, where they're making money in terms of commissions, but people asking in terms of the cost to get businesses onto the system. So guys, very, very simple. You're investing right now, either just $997 for an entire year, or $197 and $97 a month, and you'll be able to get 2 businesses on there for free for a whole year. Every other business you add, instead of you investing $97 a month, i.e. nearly $1,200, the investment is just a one-time payment per year of $97. You can charge them literally. And I'm telling you right now, we've spoken about 2 revenue streams. We spoke about the monthly retainer. We've spoken about the commissions in terms of percentages, but also just to get them onboarded. Moving forward, you'll be able to charge them an onboarding fee. Right? I wouldn't necessarily, wouldn't do that in every case right now, but there's nothing wrong, especially when things return to normal. Onboarding fees to get a client into a network of 2,000 sellers, that when things are rosy, can literally, depending on the size of the business, you could charge them $500 to thousands of dollars just for onboarding. So when we talk about you paying $97 one time for the year, that should give you literally a 10, a 5 to 20, 30x profit margin. All right. Right now, maybe it depends on the situation. Maybe you don't want to do that right now. But guys, the opportunity here is massive. It is massive. There is barely a business that would not want this. Right. And we're going to tell you the best businesses to go after, because that's where we're going to see sales in our network. Okay. Haroon, $97 per client after the second one, correct. One time per year, not every month. You could be onboarding them and charging them thousands, literally. Correct. Okay, let me just make it clear again. To join the program, it's either $997 or $197 and $97 a month. For that, you get 2 businesses you can add into our system for free. Each of those businesses is a cost normally of $1,000 plus. We're going to hand that over to you for joining at either $997 or $197 or $97 a month. It's yours. 2 businesses are in there for free. The third business, instead of $97 per month per business, it's just $97 a year, when you could be charging hundreds if not thousands for onboarding, which is yet another income stream for you. So yes, there are so many opportunities here, and I can see still people joining. I know I still owe some names. I'm just going to get to them just a second. Itamar, if you can help me out. There's lots of questions coming in that you can handle. In the meantime, if you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm not on mute. I'm just very, very quiet while you're talking, out of respect, Barry.
You're a good man. Anyway, I can just mention as you're just going through the questions there. Joel, you're in and you are safe. Chris Richmond, you're in and you are safe. Adelia, you're in and you are in as well. You're part of the 75. Kwani, I'm not sure if I'm reading your name correctly. You're in, you are safe as well. Welcome on board. You're part of the ESPN network. People are joining still. I need your names, guys, in the chat box as soon as you join. Again, if you're having any issues whatsoever, you need to speak to a spouse, you need to think, you need to speak to us, saveespn.com. Please fill out the form. It'll take you 30 to 45 seconds. Do that right away. We've got limited spots tonight to be able to speak to you this afternoon, this evening, whether you are in the world. So please do that right away. Ed42, I see you're in. You are safe as well. Sorry, Tamar. Questions or yours?
No worries. So a few more points. Randolph mentioned I made some mistakes with the pricing before, and he's correct. When I said $40 plus 15% retail, that's not 57.5. But that's not the point. The point is not how much the seller makes. The point is how much you make, and you make your money from the wholesale price. If the wholesale price is $40 and you're making 5% of that $40, right? Then you're making $2. If you're making 10% from that $40, then you're making $4. That's it. Now the question, and these are going to be the margins. The margins of the supplier, the retailer that you're turning into a supplier, are going to be about 20%, and you're going to take from that 20% between 20 to 50%, and that's going to be your margin. And that's might be some negotiations depending on the supplier that you work with, but you say, hey, I'm taking care of all the sales. I'm bringing in the sales. I'm bringing in 2,000 stores. What are you going to do, Mr. Supplier? You want to start advertising your products? Fine, go ahead, advertise them. Let's see how much margin you're going to make then. So you're basically promising them sales, and you're basically promising them that you're going to take a share when that sales come, and they're desperate for it. And even if they weren't desperate for it, I think those margins are completely legitimate because you're a promoter, you're a master distributor taking care of sales for them. I hope that's understood, and if it's not, I'm going to go through this 10 more times in the training.
Brian, you're in. You are safe. James Najorgo, our close friend, absolutely loved your contribution last week on our special internal training that we did. You're in, my friend James, and you are safe. I will never forget, James, your inspiration on that training last week, when you literally opened yourself up and shared yourself with everyone. Oh my gosh, that was, I teared up because it's so powerful to recognize your strengths and your weaknesses, or things, your challenges rather than your weaknesses, and be able to take that and use that to your advantage. James, you're an inspiration. You're in. You're safe. I'm so happy to have you on board. Wow, there's more. Every time I refresh, more people are going crazy and joining. Okay, more questions coming in. Itamar, let me ask you. You know, it's a question that a lot more. Yes, Deborah Livingston, I can now see you're in and you're safe as well. You know, people asking, who can do this? Like normally when we talk about these types of programs, maybe you need to be an agency, you need to be a specialist. But today, where you could just throw your wand at any type of business in retail, and there's barely business that wouldn't want to listen to you. Itamar, I'd like to get your answer, who you think this is suitable for, but this seems so attractive to so many businesses. And guys, the most important thing from my perspective is that we can go out there and help and make a difference. Guys, this is the key. We can make a huge difference. Think of the millions and millions of businesses that desperately need us. And we can go out there and make a huge, huge difference. Itamar, more questions coming in. I'd love you to answer that question as well. Who do you think could really apply this?
I think anybody can apply it. I think obviously anybody who's currently already working with clients, right, that is used to prospecting, working with small businesses, he knows the situation right now for many small businesses. We talked in some of the training about going after restaurants that are still doing deliveries, and we can help them, and we talked about other businesses. But in essence, right now, I'm talking about right now, and I'm also going to talk about tomorrow, but right now, e-commerce rules. So I think they can take all the power that they know and all the knowledge that you guys know and divert it into the prospecting systems and training that we have for going after retailers today with online marketing solutions, and basically implement that for this e-commerce product. And of course, it's an evergreen solution for you. This will continue to be valuable long after the situation is over to business. I can promise you 100% that any retailer that is going to open their store after this situation, the first thing on their agenda, on their marketing strategy agenda, will be open an e-commerce store. So this is going to be evergreen. So the people who should do it is obviously the people that are doing digital marketing right now. They should do it. The people who are on this program and are doing e-commerce today, guys, you know how valuable this is. I don't even need to convince you, because you're doing e-commerce right now. You're making sales when a lot of other people are not making sales. So for you to reach out and help other people make sales while creating a syndicate for yourself, a master distributor that basically hoards tons of products. And as e-commerce people, you also know that there are other opportunities in that, because if you find a few good suppliers, you can also get them to your store, right? You don't have to shove everything into our network. There are a few other ways of making money with them. So that's very important. So anybody who's doing digital marketing, this is your new type of client. Anybody who is doing e-commerce, just guys, you're basically doing the same, just having more and more people under you like an MLM, but in a good way, not in a very, very endless bad way. So it's a good fit for anybody on our network, Barry. I don't see who is not good for that. And also you don't need to have technical skills. So why wouldn't I can't imagine the persona that this is not a good fit for.
What I love about this, and Kim Kirsten, you're in and you're safe. Kia Shine, you're in and you're safe. Our close friend from England, representing the UK, Tim Rodwell, you are safe and you are in. What I love about this, Itamar, is at the end of the day, this is a program with a lot of heart, because we have a lot of members. We've met our members, so many of them over the years. And one thing, if people ask me, what's the avatar? What's the average member of RS and Umbrella? What are they like? And we know these are people with experience in life. These are people with a heart. These are family people, incredible people, and people with hearts. They understand the pain of small businesses. I don't think there's a person that's been on this training for the last hour and a half that doesn't understand the incredible desperation and pain that these businesses are in. And this is the big and, they understand the privilege that they have been given. And I love this scenario, because I know when I started out, and I remember when I wanted to build an online business and spoke about online, I spoke to my friends that had those JOBs that used to exist, those JOBs rather, and they used to make fun of me. That basically I'm wasting my time. I'm sacrificing the wealth of my family for a dream that's based on nothing, on thin air. And I know what it's like to go through that process of people not trusting you or believing in you. And suddenly, perhaps for the first time, the everyday Joe that you made fun or did not understand us, and I'm talking about every single one of you, you are in a privileged position because you understood something. Some of you have been with us for years. Some of you have been with us for months. But I think almost every single one of you, bar maybe a few hundred, have been with us at least since the last couple of days or weeks. And certainly what we're seeing today is that we were right. You were right. You were the ones that saw something that no one else saw. You are privileged. You saw something. Now that's something that you have seen. You now can take that gift and give it away to businesses that would literally bite your right arm, bite their right arm off to get their hands on. You've got that power, you've got that privilege, and you also have that passion. You combine those triple P's and you're ready to go. That's the answer to who is this suitable for. Those who understand that you're sitting in a privileged position. The game has been reversed. There is a 180-degree turnaround where they may have said, where those people that have those regular businesses, once upon a time may have been thriving, they may have made fun of your dream. And yet look at them now, look at you now. We have a privilege, we have a power, but we've got to take that passion of helping people. If we can combine those three things, we recognize our privilege and we are impassioned to help, you can crush this. This is the time. Anna Scott, you're in and you are safe. Roberta, yes, you're in as well. I see your name. You're safe. Hector L. Banches, you're in. I can see your order. You are safe. Guys, this is going to run out very, very soon. You need to make a decision now, and it is an easy decision to make. You can join at just $9.97, save yourselves literally hundreds of dollars. Or if you want to join at $197 and $97 a month, it's up to you. It's easy. This is an opportunity. Every single one of you could be grabbing a client today. Literally, get ready, get on the phone, speak to your friends, speak to those businesses, add them into the system, and bang, you have 3 massive opportunities of income. 1 is commissions, 2 is a retainer, and number 3, a onboarding as well that you can charge them for. There's so much opportunity here. There's such an active audience waiting to listen to you, and it'd be a real shame not to take that passion and to apply it to help as many people as possible. Yes, Gideon has got more questions for Itamar. Guys, fire away. Itamar, again, if you can answer those questions, I'd very much appreciate it.
Excuse me.
I
Yeah,
should have guessed. The one time I said unmute yourself was the one time you were muted, but now you're unmuted.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
So Klaus is asking, how about packaging and delivery? What to tell when people ask me? So Klaus, what's going to happen is, again, we're going to give them a mini course, and in the training, I'm going to show you the mini course, of course, that you're going to provide them, and we're teaching them a few things. First, how to upload products to the network. That's obvious. We're giving them a CSV and exactly how to do all the uploading of the information. Second is we're giving them a course about shipping, who to work with and why, depending on the package that they have, and how to add tracking codes to each package. So everything regarding shipping and delivery, we're going to teach them, and it's very simple. Basically, they're going to get an email once an order is being placed. Let's say somebody buys the Lego. They're going to get an email saying, hey, this and this person with this and this address bought a Lego from you. Please send them the package ASAP. At that point in time, they would go to their USPS provider or FedEx or USP, whoever they decide to work with, depending on who they work with today, or they can decide based on our training, and basically deliver to go ahead and take that package to the client. At the same time, they're getting a tracking code, which they send back to the same email, reply to the same email where they got the notice of the order for. And that tracking code goes to the client and they can track their order. So that's the process of the shipping, and it's very straightforward.
Just warning everyone, guys, this is not rocket science. This is easy. This is as easy as it gets. It really is. As I said, just triple up those P's. Use your passion. Get out there and help as many people as possible. Tell them about what you can do for them. Get them uploaded into the system, onboarded into the system, which they're going to have to do the work for that. You've got the packet, you should provide them. That's the ultimate work you're going to have to do, is to supply them with the packet that you say, this is what you need in order to get up and running. And that is it. That is your work that you need to do in this whole process. We've made it as simple as is humanly possible for us. And Nick Apollo, I can see that you're in, you're safe. Adil Hussein, welcome on board, my friend Adil. You're in and you are safe as well. Your names, I'm just I'm seeing them. I apologize if I didn't mention them before, but you're in and you are safe as well. Now, some members are asking, I want to become part of the network. Again, you can, as soon as you join, you have the ability to become a member of the network. Remember, our eBus network, we're seeing that 85% of members are making sales within a couple of weeks. And we're seeing right now that with the products that we have in our system, by the way, which are suitable for the present time of what's going on, we're seeing in many cases that's happening way faster than that. We're seeing that sales are increasing by about 30% on average per month. We're seeing some stores that are growing better than that right now. And we're seeing that profits are hitting great numbers after 3 months or so. This is an asset. Every single one of you, I think, would be beneficial for them to have. It's a passive asset. Now, you are meant to do 2 things. Number one is what you're going to be doing on a regular basis is looking at the products we're adding into your system. Some of those products are going to sell great. Some of them are going to sell less. Some won't sell at all. You're going to get rid of the ones that aren't selling at all. It's called optimization. It's a very simple process. We've got training. We show you how to do it. But for whatever reason, there's an algorithm inside of eBay which we don't control. So the same product that's going to work for client 1 may not work as well for client 2. We work like gangbusters for client 3. That's just the way it works. That's how eBay always does work. So you're going to see some products are working, some are working great, some a little less, and some not at all. Get rid of the ones that aren't working. We then add more products, and you keep on going more and more and more and more. So your job is to optimize in terms of getting rid of products that aren't working and sticking to the ones that are working. When eBay sees that you've got an optimized account, you get even more traffic. More traffic is going to mean more sales. It's just part of the incredible process that's happening right now with eBay. And by the way, eBay, the sales that I'm seeing, people are doing better than ever, especially when they know what to sell. And your advantage is that we provide those products for you. So if you're not part of eBus, it is the most incredible passive asset you could have. And this is something that's going to be with you short, medium, and long term. It's something you're not going to regret. You should join that if you haven't done also already. And you can join after you join this program. You join ESPN. If you want to get access to eBus, and you just want to go straight to eBus, ask Sam right in the chat box, Sam, eBus. If you don't have eBus and you want to get access to it, and Sam will give you a link. Okay, awesome, excellent. Thomas and Sam, if you can help Thomas. See a couple of people are asking, saying eBus. Right in the chat box, Sam, eBus. If you want to know more about eBus, he can send you a link. Anthony Morland, you're in and you are safe as well. Keith H, you're in, you're safe as well. Welcome on board. You're the last two to join. Welcome on board. You're part of ESPN and part of the eBus. The eBus is leaving the station and you are on board. Adil, yeah, I mentioned your name. You're in and you are safe as well. Excellent. Itamar, more questions coming in.
Yeah, so some of the questions, for example, Nikki came late, but he's asking what the percentage is my commission. So Nikki, basically you decide the percentage. We suggest 5%, which is usually between 20 to 50% of the profit. Okay, so somewhere between 5, 6, 7% margin. Okay. Thomas is saying, I see there are 5K diamond and jewelry products on eBay. Yeah, of course. They have high-end products. We try to avoid very high-end products because it's very risky on the delivery, and especially with jewelry, people can say it was faulty and stuff like that. So we don't really like high-end diamond and jewelry, Thomas, even though it's being sold on eBay. I would avoid that because you can get into a lot of issues with the supplier. It's prone to those type of issues when somebody can say, yeah, I didn't get it or something like that, and then you're stuck. The situation is on a $5,000 product. So yeah, or it was faulty or didn't have all the diamonds in it. You can imagine how it goes. So let's see what else we have here.
Just as you're looking, two quick things. Craig Hoskins, you're in and you are safe. Just a reminder, if you haven't yet joined, you've got a question, you need to speak to a spouse, you're not sure, the kids are crying, you need to help out, you want to secure your spot. This is almost your last chance to do so. You need to go to saveespn.com, saveespn.com, fill out the form, 30 seconds, and set up a time to speak to us or let us know what the issue is, and we will help you out. So please do that right away if you haven't already done so. If there's a question that hasn't been answered, if you want to find out more about eBus, maybe you're not quite sure about eBus, you need more information, fill out the form, saveespn.com, save ESPN. Sorry, Itamar, back to you with the questions.
Yeah, no, I think, look, we have less and less questions. I see a ton of members already joined, and many members got most of their questions answered. Let's see, does the retailer handle all issues on return of their products? Yes, Larry. So what happens is, let's say the customer, say it's a faulty, or a damage, you got the product as a faulty or damaged product. In that case, it's up to the retailer, to the supplier, to basically, we let the supplier know. He gets an email with a notification of a return. And because the client says it was damaged or faulty when it got to him, he needs to issue a return label, talk with the USPS, and basically issue a return label that he emails back. We send it to the client, and the client can just get the USPS delivery guy. They're basically paying for the delivery. If it's a situation where the client just wants to return the package, the client needs to pay for the delivery, but the member still gets the return email. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see. Adil is asking, if you're pitching, what is the best 30-second pitch? Barry, you want to take a crack at it? What's the best 30-second pitch to the retailer? You're talking to the retailer in 30 seconds.
Sure. Oh, hi, Mr. or Mrs. Retailer. Yeah, I'd love to get you selling on 2,000 stores right now. All I need you to do is to say yes. Let's get you on board. We should be able to see sales within a couple of days. It should go really fast. I think you should test this out. What do you think? I mean, literally, we don't have to build a store. We don't have to spend any money on any sort of technology. We don't need to take care of any sort. There's no cost in traffic, but I can get you in front of a colossal amount of buyers. I know what's selling right now. You've got a perfect store. You've got a DIY store. People need hammers and matches and need a lot of other things. I want to get your products into our system right away, and I want us to do it fast. Let's get you through this mess. Let's survive the present situation and help you thrive moving forward. If you want to get into e-com, I can do it for you. Let's get started.
Okay, perfect.
35 seconds?
About. Yeah. No, I think that's the right way to go. Look, we're talking about retailers, right? They're already made in their mind, the sale was already made. They're in two positions right now. Other than thinking, when I get back, I'm going to open my e-commerce store, assuming they're not going bankrupt right now. Or they're thinking, damn, I should have opened a retailer store, an online store. And when you're reaching out to them and you're telling them, I'm not going to, ask you to open an e-commerce store. I'm not going to try to convince you to invest in marketing right now. No, Mr. Retailer, I have a very simple solution for you. I power a network of 2,000 eBay stores. I want to sell your inventory on my stores. Are you interested? It's actually a 10-second pitch. That's it. Now that's obviously going to come with some questions. If he's interested, he might say, "Yeah, I'm interested, but," and ask you some questions. You obviously need to know how to answer them. But that's it. Okay, cool. So Barry, I think we have answered all the questions that were asked.
I can still see some more now coming in. I've managed to free my. My chat was going so crazy over the last couple of maybe 20 or 30 minutes. But guys, if there's any questions that we haven't answered, write in the chat box your question right now. It is now or never. This is what Elvis Presley would be singing right now, guys. It is now or never. You're lucky I don't have a voice like Elvis Presley. Otherwise, I'd be singing it. Guys, if you've got any questions about eBus, any questions about ESPN, I highly recommend you go to saveespn.com. ESPN.com. Okay, the way our system works, guys, is based again on an algorithm. The way that it works with eBay, it's just a incredible system, eBay, that we've found for our members. Because the reason why people are asking, how is it that this network is so powerful? It's very simple for a couple of reasons. Number one, our members, I'll be honest with you, I would say 50% of our members have no experience in e-commerce whatsoever. The other 50% maybe come from other e-commerce systems, platforms, and joined us because of the benefits. But what's the incredible thing about these two groups of people is that they're seeing sales almost right away. And I'll give you just people asking, how on earth is that possible? The reason is, and I'll just be honest with you, eBay is at war with other platforms. I don't have to mention their names. Many of them are in the news. I think you know who we're talking about. eBay is at war with these other types of platforms. Now, more than ever, they're at war with that. And one of the ways that they are attracting sellers is that when you go and set up an eBay account, they basically drive you buyer traffic into your products. They don't differentiate. They want you to make sales. Why? Because they make money from the more items you have in your account, the more money that they make. So their objective is to get you sales, suck you into their system. That's number one. Number two is that when you know what to sell, you get additional sales. And that's what's happening with our members, because we've got access to over 1 million products. And especially right now, we've got access to products that we know that are selling very, very, very well. We can see what's selling. So this is not guesswork. So Itamar, when he's sharing with you details of types of businesses to go after, we know from factual evidence what we see, what's working right now. The examples of the types of products that are selling, these are from our system, from our network. So we know what's selling. So the benefit is that our members are getting sales straight away from eBay. But number two, they're then optimizing. Whatever's working, they keep. Whatever's not working, they dismiss. We add more products until they have really optimized the site. And after 3-4 months, they're seeing incredible profits, 12-15% plus, which is great. So we have members that are taking home profit already in their region after 3-4 months of $3,000-4,000 in profit in their pocket. Once you get to numbers like the ones we've given examples of before. Just to be absolutely clear about this, it does take about 3-4 months to get to that point, but it's a passive income and your work is almost zero. You literally have to spend maybe half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour, maybe 2 times a week, and then it starts to progress. You start to see sales, and then you add a little bit more time, but you literally are rather passive in the process. You need to optimize. And then what happens after you start to optimize is that you're going to start seeing sales and certain products are going crazy. There you're going to do a second type of optimization, which is we show you how to optimize the listing. Now, if you don't know what that means, it doesn't matter if it means just changing up the title to a certain degree. We show you how to do it. You've even got software that basically allows you to steal winning titles legally. So it's literally the easiest thing you can do as long as you're consistent, and the most difficult part of the consistency is finding products and adding them into your account, which we take care of for you. So you can understand why this group of 2,000 sellers are so potent right now, and why you, if you are the type of person who wants to work with local businesses, have a massive opportunity. And if you want to have your own eBay store and be part of the network, this is the time. I don't think, Itamar, right now, you can say this is the time. There are other networks or other platforms that are stopping their sellers from selling. They literally want to take up the sales for themselves, not mentioning any names. I think you know who we're talking about. eBay is the complete opposite. It is friendly to people wanting to build an e-commerce business, super friendly. And the opportunity with our eBus VIP is second to none. And I can say that wholeheartedly right now, even right now, and I don't know anything else, you can say that to the same degree. So I hope that answers the questions about eBus. If you haven't yet joined eBus, you're not a member of eBus. Many of our members are members of eBus. Reach out to Sam. Reach out to support@reallysuccessful.com. You can send an email, or you can go to reallysuccessfulsupport.com. You can go there right away, or you can fill out the form, even better. Save ESPN. Klaus, I do see your purchase. You are part of the ESPN Platinum group. You're in and you are safe. Wow, what a reaction, guys. What an incredible reaction. We're just going to answer. We've got any last minute questions, guys, that you won't be able to sleep if you don't get answers to. Write in the chat box. But I recommend right now, since we're going to be closing this up, just fill out the formats at saveespn.com. And if you want to join, it is grabespn.com. Go and grab that right away. Just $997 or $197 and $97 a month. Itamar, if you've got any last questions, you can answer them. Otherwise, let's hear your last final words. And before you do that, Itamar, you've come up with something absolutely genius. Before Itamar says his final words, I want a literal virtual round of applause right in the chat box. Genius, Genius for Itamar. This is utter genius. I don't think anyone here has ever seen anything like this. Have you ever seen anything remotely as innovative? Anything as innovative as this? Ever? And under the circumstances, Itamar has turned something which is in some people look at it as a difficult situation, and he's turned it into a flourishing potential situation. This guy sits there day and night, working day and night with RS and umbrella members, does not stop, doesn't waste a minute in helping our members, and is helping us find literally gold mines of opportunity when most people are sitting there scratching their heads thinking that there is none. So anyway, Itamar, I'm going to leave the final words with you. You've just got 997 geniuses. You're missing 3. We're going to know who those people are. We're going to do some research. I'm joking. Itamar, it's all yours for the final words.
Wow. That's, you know what? Every time you're kind to me, I need to record that. I can play back to you when you bite my head off. But it's, I thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words. And, most of the time, Barry is the one saying the kind words, but the fact is he's also working nonstop for the community, nonstop. And look, we had to come up with something to make a lemonade out of these lemons, right? I think all of us, I know all of us in this community, all of us on the webinar are entrepreneurs. That's what we do. We turn lemons into lemonade, and now we can help other people with their situation to make it a little bit sweeter, make some money, and at least keep their head up above the water. And when we come back after this situation, they can hit the ground running and they'll be okay. And you'll obviously have a lot of companies paying you a monthly retainer and going with this product and selling it for many years to come. So I'll see you on the training, and I'm really looking forward to getting started.
I've got to say one final word. First of all, Kaylee, Dowie, you're in and you're safe. But we just went 2 hours in this world without even mentioning the C word. That deserves something as well. Thank goodness. Yeah, we could change the topic a little bit. So, guys, the most important thing for me tomorrow and I is that you look after yourselves, you look after your families, you protect yourselves and all your loved ones around you. I hope and pray that each and every one of you and your extended families, as extended as you can think, should be protected, looked after, make their way through this completely healthily. And we should all, as a human race, all of us, our close friends in our community, should just have many blessings. I'm saying this here from the Holy Land. I send over to you virtually. I'm sitting here just outside of Jerusalem. I'm sending you here my absolute blessings from the deepest part of my heart to each and every one of you, your families, that you should only have health, happiness, and a heck of a lot of PPP, passion, and to get out there and spread this incredible light that you can provide so many businesses. We're blessed to have you as our friends and as our members. And I'm delighted that you've been here for the last 2 hours with me, Itamar, to share this with our members. So guys, good night. God bless, and may you be really successful with this and many, many blessings. Thank you all.
Good night. Bye, guys.